Hi YouTube. In this video we will talk about some of the issues with the way policy has been implemented in Civic Scotland, and how the new Scottish First Minister, Humza Yousaf, is possibly the right person to bridge the gap between its rhetoric and reality. Senior figures across Civic Scotland have called for Humza Yousaf, the new First Minister, to bridge the gap between rhetoric and reality as it relates to policy implementation in Scotland. Third sector leaders suggested a systemic approach to policymaking on social justice, equality, and poverty eradication. In particular, they want the Scottish Government to move away from headline-grabbing initiatives, and put policymaking decisions into an evidence-based context. One of the issues that these figures want the First Minister to address is the Scottish Government's engagement with the third sector. It has been said there are a lot of working groups and steering groups, and that the focus needs to be on action, not just words. Satwa Raymond, of One Parent Family Scotland, said, "We need to be unapologetic in our challenge to the status quo because people's lives depend on it." She also said that the First Minister needs to use evidence from the frontline to change what is done in the government. Another problem that is being discussed is the lack of early intervention spending. The impact of not doing this can be seen in the fact that child poverty levels have not changed much in a decade. Despite this, the Scottish Government took away significant funds from employability-related funding in the past year. And people need more secure or long-term funding, suggested Claire McGilvery of Making Rights Real. There has been unprecedented access to government for the third sector in the Sturgeon era. The UK government, on the other hand, has largely shut down dialogue with civil society. Having said that, access does not necessarily mean influence, and many fear speaking the truth in case their funding gets cut. The key question that the First Minister's new cabinet faces is commitment to delivery. Is the Scottish Government just as committed to the anti-poverty and anti-inequality rhetoric as they are to political aspirations? Alison Watson of Shelter Scotland put it well when she said, "Are they as committed to delivery as they are to political aspiration?" In conclusion, the third sector leaders are hopeful that the new First Minister can bridge the gap that exists between rhetoric and reality for Scotland. They want Humza Yousaf to initiate a wholly review of the government's engagement with the third sector, and focus on a more evidence-based, systemic approach to policymaking. Lastly, they urge the Scottish Government to move beyond headline-grabbing initiatives. All these measures could lead to more positive outcomes for Scotland's citizens.